and welcome to Grayscale Coloring Cats. I'm Alisann of Art by Alisann, and today we're going to do a kitty cat from 30 Shades of Grey Cats by Artist Alsann Smookler. I'm going to be using Raffine pencils. I've got them sharpened and ready to go. I've kind of already picked my color palette, so I think we'll start. First I'm going to start with the eyes. The beautiful green eyes of a kitty cat just come to life, just exciting. Cats are so mysterious and so wonderful. I'm going to color right over that whole eye area, even the black area. I'm not going to color the white area, but if I did, I'll show you something towards the end. And a little bit darker just on the edges, just to give it that little more sphere look, a little more circular. And this kitty's left eye, she's that same bright green. They have such amazing eyes. Now I'm going to do the darker areas of the kitty, and I'm actually going to use this color, which is more of a goldish brown. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to go right into the dark areas. Again, always coloring when you're doing fur of any kind, whether it be a dog, a cat, monkey, any kind of animal with fur. You want to always color in the direction that the fur lays down. So I'm just going to follow these dark areas. Now there's going to be whiskers, but if you get the color on the whiskers, I'll show you how to fix that as well. I'm just going to work in these dark areas. I'm bearing down a little bit harder than I normally would, just because I really want to stress that this is a shadow and a different color of the kitty as well. I'm going to go over here, hit this area here where the shadow or the different color of the kitty shows up under the eye, over here, the edge of the eye. I just love how Grayscale picks up the shadow for you. Simple, and it's beautiful. Okay, keep following that shade area. I kind of like to use just little half strokes when I'm in this area here between the whiskers as I come down. And it's just below the little kitty nose, and right here in the mouth area, just going to hit that with a little gold. Now kitties and doggies have little dark areas where the whiskers come out. I don't worry all the time about coloring each one dot by dot. I just kind of go through the line, because it will come out just fine even if you do that. Over here, this darker area, I want to get this. And sometimes you won't see it right away. You're coloring and you go, oh, I should have done that section there as well. That's okay. That's the fun part of grayscale coloring, or any coloring. You let your imagination go. If you want a pink kitty, you can make a pink kitty. If you want a purple kitty, you can make a purple kitty. I love painting my animals in colors that people don't expect. All my dogs have purple or blue noses, and it just makes it fun because our animals are so fun. They bring us so much joy. So I'm going to just keep going up here in this darker area. Bring it down a little bit, dark. Not so heavy on my coloring here, but just still keeping with the same color. A little bit more up here. And down the side. Again, a lot of whiskers over here, but that's okay because they'll come out just fine. I want to make sure I go the right direction. A little darker over here as well. A little bit down here. To the side. Shoulders and down his front. I'm going to go ahead and color that because I like this color and it kind of pops when it goes over the white area. Bring this all the way down here to give a definition of the face and around the eye. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this little pink nose. Now kitty noses are really can be a challenge because they're just so tiny. So start with pink because I love kitty pink noses. They're just beautiful. And I'm following this actual shadow because that is really truly the kitty's nose. So that makes it pretty simple to get that in there. And maybe a little bit of pink right here where the kitty's little lips are. Okay, and now I'm going to use yellow because yellow is basically my primary color for this kitty. So I'm going to start in this area. I'm going to go up here. Just start following this ear. The fur in the kitty's ears and in dog ears usually go left and right. They kind of curve into the ear. But if you follow the lines from the grayscale, you won't have any problem with that. I'm going to bring this down. I'm just going to go a little bit, touch it just a tad, because these are so fine that they're very difficult to color. And sometimes just the illusion of something is just as good as the actual definition. You know, art is about illusion. Obviously, this is not a real kitty, but it certainly looks realistic when colored. So that's the illusion, the fun part, the creativity part, the magic. Just keep going around, and you just see him come to life, or her. I love this face. This beautiful kitty face. You can see the color takes to the paper in light and dark because the shadows are really there because of the grayscale. If you like to print out your colorings especially your grayscales, on cardstock so you can save the actual picture from your book. I suggest you use a cardstock that's a vellum, a Bristol vellum, and the reason I do that, suggest that, is because it has a tooth to it, so it really does take the color really well. You wouldn't do that on a regular piece of paper if you were to print it on that, because the paper is too smooth. You want a tooth to catch that pigment as you color. Finish up this little face here and add a few more. I'm actually not going to do the background of this particular kitty because I kind of like the gray. It balances well with the yellow that I used. But you can do any background you like. And then I'm going to take a little bit of orange and I'm just going to kind of go through the little darker areas just to give it a little more pop. It's up to you. If you don't want to use orange, don't. Use a darker gold. For me, I'm all about color. My slogan is, every dog and kitty has a story, and I tell it in color. I just love coloring the doggies and the kitties. And again, this just adds a little bit more dimension, as it were, to bring this little kitty's face to life. And I might add a little bit in there, a little bit darker. Now, here's the white. My Raffine set doesn't have a white. This is a Prisma white. And what you can do, if you want to emphasize, you can actually just go over it. You can add another one if you like. You can add a little more over here, or highlight these, and but your white will work. It works really great and makes it just a little more fun. So that's Grayscale Coloring, the kitty. I hope you like it, and happy coloring. My name is Alisann, Art by Alisann, and I create coloring books of dogs, kitties, and grayscale. Have a great day.